Welcome to the TV and Movie Review Show, bringing you a review on the latest TV shows and movies. So let's jump into it. Hope you enjoy the show.
Hey everyone, how are you doing out there? Thank you for tuning in. This is your host Jazzy929, and this is my movie and TV review show. Before I go on, I want to let you all know that I am trying to kick a cold in the butt. It is like tearing me down right now. But hopefully I'll get better. I'm doing everything I possibly can to get better. So I want to apologize for my voice right now. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and jump into this review, everyone. I hope you all enjoy it. My review today will be about American Horror Stories. We are in season 9. This is episode 2, and the title of this episode is called Mr. Jingles. I don't know how you all feel about, this season so far. I have to say I do enjoy it so far. This show airs Wednesday, on why can I get it out? On Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. on Fox. Like I said, I really do like it. It's a darkness comes upon a camp, y'all, in this episode, and all through the night, all types of things actually go on. You know what I'm saying? This is my quick summary of the show, and things that actually stood out for me. We see in the beginning of this episode that the therapist is talking to Margaret. She comes to warn Margaret that Mr. Jingles escaped from the institution and that everybody should leave the camp, and it's a dangerous situation right now, and that Margaret should close down the camp. Of course, Margaret is set on having this camp open, and she basically tells this woman, hell no, she's not going to close it. We see that the therapist ends up leaving, and she's on her way down the road, and she gets a flat tire. We see that the flat tire that she gets happens to be staged. We see Mr. Jingles pulls up in a tow truck, and he acts like the tow truck driver, and she plays it off, and by the end of that scene, we see that she gets killed by Mr. Jingles. It looks like during that scene also Mr. Jingles actually knew who she was, because he tells her, like, you came here actually to look for me. So it looked like she knew she of course knew who Mr. Jingles was, and Mr. Jingles also knew who she was. I want to state something that bothered me about that whole scene, and bothers me about this whole season so far. I think I mentioned this before in another show that I did. I would love for Mr. Jingles, his face not to be seen. And it bothers me that he talks. I guess I am looking for like a whole Michael Myers thing, to him. That would have scared me about Mr. Jingles. Right now, I don't think that I'm scared, Mr. Jingles. Even when he kills someone, it doesn't scare me, because I don't know, so I think there's too much revealed about this man, and that what doesn't scare me about him. I'm more scared of Richard than I'm scared of Mr. Jingles. But anyway, let me get back to my review. I want to know what y'all think about that. We see that Becky has a flashback, and it seems of her wedding day, and it seems that before, Becky had a fiance, and during her wedding ceremony, her fiance brings out the fact that he thinks that she cheated on him with one of the groomsmen. So we see during that time that he kills himself, also the groomsman. Then we see that Becky in this episode, she runs into Richard. He chases her down, and during that time that he is chasing her down, he bumps into Jonas. Jonas is the hiker that we seen get hit in episode 1, and he stabs Jonas a couple times, and we see that Jonas is unable to die during that scene right there. We see that, like I said, Richard kills Jonas and it doesn't work. And after he does this, this leads him to go ahead and talk to Margaret about what's going on with the hiker. We see that Richard goes to Margaret and asks her information about the hiker. She reveals to Richard that Jonas has been dead for 13 years. It seems like during the time that she got killed and a mass murder happened, Jonas was one of them people that got killed. And it seems like at this time, Jonas is stuck in a limbo. So I want to see where that's going to lead us later on in this episode. I want to know what your thoughts were on that. Because that's exactly what it is. It looks like he's stuck in a limbo, and he's unable to die, and he's stuck in the same scene of him getting murdered or during that time or whatnot. Margaret asked Richard to help her kill Mr. Jingles. It seems like she has some type of hold over Richard, which I don't understand. Margaret's a very creepy character. I want to know more of her background for some reason. I want to know what y'all think of Miss Margaret. We see that Richard expresses to Margaret how he felt pain all his life. And he feels that's the reason why he is the way he is. He explains that he didn't have a good childhood. His mom worked at a horrible job that she didn't want to work. And he had a crazy uncle that was as nuts as he was, or he is. And he also was sick when he was younger. He had seizures. That part right there I really did like. You know what I'm saying? The way he broke down his life story. I want to know what your thoughts were about that. Sorry, like I said earlier, y'all, my voice may go in and out. I do have a cold. Then we see in this episode that there is a guy that comes onto the camp. His name is Blake. And something that stood out for me was he was actually a pervert. You know what I'm saying? For some odd reason, him and Chad got a goddamn connection to each other. And let me break this down. I guess Chad was on the streets. Blake filmed him and introduced him to pornography. I guess adult film. Let's just say that, y'all. Adult film. And during that time, he was getting paid. Chad was getting paid. And during that time, it seems like, or during this time, Chad decided to go ahead and leave the business, and that's why Blake is coming to the camp, so he could go ahead and get Blake back into the business, which Blake doesn't want to do the business anymore. So basically, Chat, I think that's his name, was gay for pay, and he doesn't want to do it anymore, and Blake is trying to force him into doing so. But Chad went ahead and offered him another way to get around this situation. I guess he wanted to show him the guys that was in the bathroom, or in the bathroom or in the shower room, and he's hoping that could distract Blake. Chad is trying to distract Blake from being in his butt, you know what I'm saying, by the man that's in the restroom that's taking a shower. There's a couple of them, and looking at the goodies. Sorry, y'all. We see Blake as he is looking into the peephole in the shower room. He gets killed by Mr. Jingles. We see that everyone tries to escape in this episode. They jump in a car or the van and they think they're going somewhere, but they bump into the nurse, and she messes up their whole great escape plan. We see Jonas gets hit by a truck, you know what I'm saying, by Mr. Jingles, and Mr. Jingles gets out the truck and he actually kills Jonas. But as we know, Jonas cannot be killed, so he keeps trying to kill Jonas. We'll see where that goes. I want to know what your thoughts are on Jonas continuously saying, we've seen this even in the first episode. This stood out for me. Jonas actually keeps on saying, every time he bumps into somebody, like, you're not supposed to be here. And I want to know, you know what I'm saying, what your thoughts are about that. I think he keeps saying this to these people because he's stuck in a limbo, and it's supposed to play out a certain way, you know what I'm saying, as it happened when he died. So when he's seeing these people and it not going the way it originally did, you know what I'm saying, then that what leads him to tell them, like, you're not supposed to be here. That's what I'm getting. I don't know. That's what I'm getting from it. I want to know what y'all thoughts are on it. That was basically all I had, you know what I'm saying, that stood out for me. But I want to let y'all know the things that I think are to come later on in this season. I think that we will get more background on Mr. Jingles, which will be good. But when we get it, I hope it comes with a little bit of more fear, because Mr. Jingles is not scary to me at all. You know, I have to say I'm not feeling this character too much. Then I think that we will get more ghosts and we'll get more deaths, so I think that'll be a good thing. Let me know what your thoughts are. Like I said, that's all I have for my review. So I want to thank you all for your support. I will be dropping the next show on Friday. I will drop all my shows on Friday from now on. That's all the reviews that I do. As far as right now, I am doing American Horror Stories. American Horror Stories, Greenleaf. Greenleaf. And I am doing... one more, and I can't think of it right now, but all my reviews will be on Friday show. And please like, share, and follow. Check me out on my other platforms, and feel free to give me feedback. I would love to hear what y'all think of the show. Till next time, I want to thank you all for joining me.
Find Talking Out Loud with Jazzy929 at Spreaker, Spotify, Apple Podcast, iHeartRadio, Google Podcast, Castbox, Deezer, Soundcloud, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Find merch at Redbubble. Hi, Royal.